Hey guys, I was told I should make a video about my fears because they're funny. I don't find them funny, but I'll tell you guys about them. For starters, I'm scared of needles, which is kind of strange because I've got, multiple piercings in my face and various other, places. Mostly I'm scared of, like, getting my blood drawn, shots, things like that. Medical needles freak me out. I'm also scared of clowns, and that's because of the movie It, which I think like 90% of the world is, if they're scared of clowns, it's because of that movie. Every time somebody tells me they're scared of clowns, it's because of that movie. I'm also scared of spiders. I'm the biggest arachnophobe ever. And I've actually jumped out of a moving car because there's a spider on the dash. My dad thought the guy that I was with threw me out of the car, and he was like, no, she's crazy, she freaking jumped. And I was like, there was a spider. My dad was like, what? You jumped? We were leaving a parking lot, and it was only going like 10-15 miles an hour, not very fast at all, but it still was pretty rough impact when I jumped out. I tuck and rolled. Then I am scared of deer. Yeah. My parents make fun of me massively for that. Actually, everybody makes fun of me because of that. And I'm not joking, I'm really scared of deer. I hate admitting it because everybody laughs at me, but I really am scared of deer. And I think that's because, like, a couple friends of mine's been in wrecks involving deer, and I've came very close a couple of times to hitting a deer. I live out, basically in the middle of nowhere, and there's trees everywhere, and I've came very close to hitting a deer before, and a friend of mine's mother actually died hitting a deer. So my dad asked me why I'm scared of deer and makes fun of me, and we came home one time and there's a deer in my front yard, and I freaked out and was screaming and bawling and running and like flipping out. The deer takes off and I'm like, it's gonna eat me. He was like, what? It's not gonna eat you, they don't eat meat. I was like, that's what they want you to think. But I don't really know why I'm scared of deer. I know it's not rational. They're vegetarians and they're not gonna like attack people. But there's actually cases where they have attacked people, where people like went to hunt them and hung them up in the garage, and then they were not dead and freaked out and ransacked the house. I am terrified that I'm gonna come home. And we live in upstairs apartments. I'm terrified I'm gonna come home sometime and there's gonna be like a deer in the stairs and it's gonna flip out or something. It's irrational, it's ridiculous, but it scares the hell out of me. Yeah, so those are some of my big fears. There's not really ghosts. I'm scared of ghosts, but that's because like they like jack with me at the house and stuff. We live right outside of Jefferson, Texas, which is like the most haunted place in Texas. And, yeah, not many people will admit it, but our apartments that we live in are haunted. And, I actually told one of the neighbors that, and he came to me, like, 2 days later and was like, oh my god, things are moving around in my house that I didn't notice before, you suck. But it's the truth, they really are haunted. I saw a little kid running around the house, and I thought it was one of my kids. And it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I jumped up and I came in here and I was like, what are you doing? And there was nobody in the room. My kids were both asleep, like my big kids. The infants, of course, were in bed, but there was a little kid running around the house, and I came running in here thinking one of the kids was awake, and no. So yeah, it's haunted here. So that's one of my other big fears is ghosts. I don't like ghosts, but it is what it is. Alright, I love you guys.